What is up, YouTube? I am Galadite74 here, bringing you our Week 10 battle of Matt Oshea's Ocean League. We are almost at the end of the season. We are facing off Matt Metagross, coach of the Washington Red Skitty. He took over a team at the early stages of the season, so he's been around for a bit. We are currently going into this game with a 6-3 record, while he is going into this game with a 4-5 record. Basically, if we win this game, we clinch a playoff spot, and that is pretty awesome, because clinching that spot early is always nice. Matt is the division leader of the other division in our conference. Despite him being 4-5, I think like every team in there is either 4-5 or maybe like 3-6 or something like that. It's a really close division, so it's not going to be like an easy battle or anything. But he has a really interesting team. He has a rain team. I think I said that at the end of last week's video, but it's very interesting because I have a Mega Charizard Y, and spoilers, we're bringing it. I am going to not fully break down my team, but I'm going to make a longer team builder than last week because there is a chance he makes the playoffs. And again, I don't want to spoil my strategy, even though I'm probably going to change things up a bit. But that is his team. I'm going to go, well, actually, that's not his team. That's basically the breakdown of his team. I'm going to go over his team in a little more detail. His team consists of Mega Swampert, Kyurem Black, Conkeldurr, Milotic, Pelipper, Crobat, Marowak Alolan, Kingdra, Doublade, Electros, and Tangela. And his Z, I don't know his Z user off the top of my head. I think it's Kyurem, but I'm not positive. But anyway, that is his team. Again, he's got very threatening Rain Sweepers and Mega Swampert and Kingdra, and he's got the Pelipper to set it. And he's even got the Milotic, too, to help with his Rain stab as well. So that is his team, and the team I am bringing is consisting of, if I can pull it up real quick, it is Serperior, Mega Charizard Y, Slowbro, Florges, Tyrantrum, and Alolan Persian. So first up we have Serperior. Serperior is definitely the mon I'm going to be going over at least. Basically, it's a sweeping Serperior that has Leaf Storm. It is meant to clean up his team late game. We have Mega Charizard Y with Flamethrower, and a few other coverage moves I'm not going to go over. And max special attack and a lot of speed. Basically, this is meant to change his range so his Rain Sweepers don't get out of control completely. Obviously, because, you know, I can just change it when I come in anyway. So Kingdra's range is going to be gone, Mega Swampert's range is going to be gone, and that's very useful against this team. We have Slowbro, which is got 168 special attack, 48 defense with a bold nature, and max defense. Scald, Psychic, Grass Knot, and Slack Off. The Grass Knot is there for the Mega Swampert, and Scald and Psychic basically just covers his team really well. I want the Slack Off for the off chance I have to stall out some rain terms. I don't think I'm going to use it, but for the off chance, it would be nice. We have a Florges with Moonblast, Toxic Wish, and Protect, 248 HP and 172 special defense with a little bit of speed. The speed outspeeds Conkeldurr. That's not Scarf, but who brings Scarf Conkeldurr? And Moonblast was really the only coverage I needed because if he switches in Crobat, I'm not really going to be staying in anyway. I have a switch in for that. And this is my first time bringing Wish Protect because I feel like my Persian over there might need the Wishes, or a Serperior, or someone's going to need Wishes this week. That's why I brought it. And then Toxic just to stall out whatever. We have Tyrantrum here with Stealth Rocks, Head Smash, Dragon Claw, and Earthquake, max attack, 208 speed with the Jelly Nature. Stealth Rock is just in case I get a chance to use it. I don't see myself using it, but I didn't really see Dragon Dance being so useful because I originally did have Dragon Dance on the set. I couldn't see myself really setting up with it and being successful. I don't know, maybe if I face him in playoffs I'll bring it. I'm not sure yet. But Dragonium Z is there to nuke something because he does not have a Fairy type. Even if he brings in Doublade, damage is damage because Doublade does not have reliable recovery. And then lastly, we have Alolan Persian. Alolan Persian has Parting Shot, Knockoff, Foul Play, and Taunt. Max HP, 52 defense, and 208 speed. Knockoff, basically nothing wants to get knocked off, and he wants to bring in Swampert. Persian can take hits from Swampert fine, and I can just foul play it for nice damage. It does like almost half to it, if not half. And again, anything else doesn't really want to take a knockoff. And then Parting Shot is really good to pivot around his team. And that is the quick team builder for you guys. I'm going to put Matt Oshea's links in the description below, so go check that out. And I believe Matt Metagross has a YouTube, because in his showdown name he's got YT, so if I do find it, I will also put that in the description, so make sure you go check those out. Without further ado, we are going to go over to Pokemon Showdown and watch the battle. So here we are in the battle, and I'm noticing that he did not bring the Kingdra or the Doublade. Well, I did have answers for those. Those were a little bit annoying for my team, so I'm glad not to see them. I decided to leave with Persian because Parting Shot is good against his team, but he does leave with the Marowak, so I can now freely knock off anything on his team. The Pelipper comes in, and though it only does 15%, It is good to get rid of that Damp Rock because it limits the potential of Mega Swampert in this battle, which is always nice. However, he did get it in before, so he will have 8 turns right off the bat of rain. And getting in Charizard isn't really going to be easy. I go into Slowbro for the off chance that he scalds, but he does go for the U-turn, which is unfortunate. But he does go into Electros, but now I have to go into my Florges because I don't really have a switch in for this, hoping that this thing is special, because if it's a physical Electros, it's going to do some decent damage, but he just goes for the Thunderbolt, showing he is a special variant. I am now just going to go for Toxic because I really don't see him switching in a Conkeldurr for the Guts boost. He does have Super Fang, which kind of sucks because that does a lot of damage, but I am able to poison this Electros, and now he is on a timer. Here I'm going to throw up a Wish because I don't expect him to go for U-turn, which he does, and he is going to end up going into his Swampert. Now, I want to stay in and protect, but for the off chance he's got Substitute, I don't really want to let him have a free sub. So I'm going to go in a Slowbro, tank any hit he goes for as he does Mega Evolve, and he actually throws off the Toxic, and that really sucks because that Wish was wasted, and now my Slowbro is badly poisoned. The good thing is there's only 2 turns of rain, as I actually go for Psychic here expecting him to switch out, but he doesn't, so I could have gone for Grass Knot and did like 90%, but oh well, what can you do? I get a special defense drop. I don't think it really matters too much. But he's going to go for Earthquake again. I had to slack off here because I don't want my Slowbro dying yet. And if I can get this rain stalled out, I can switch into like Persian or something like that and do some massive damage that way. I am kind of in a tricky spot since Mega Charizard is not evolved yet. I can't just switch it in and take a hit. He does go for the Earthquake here, which, you know, I could have switched into Charizard, but that's a ballsy move. Here I decided to just go for Foul Play to get some damage as he just brings in the Pelipper again, and he is playing really well with his Rain Core so far, pretty aggressively to be honest. I go for the Foul Play, and he put me in a position basically where I have to sack something. And I decide I want my Persian to be sacked because the only thing Persian's really good for is the Alolan Marowak. Granted, Alolan Marowak is kind of a problem outside of Persian, but you know, something's got to go down basically. And here I'm gonna just go for Foul Play and get some damage off. I actually live the Waterfall, which is amazing, but I do get flinched. It does kind of suck, but in the end it doesn't really matter. You guys will see, as he is going to actually Earthquake this turn and knock out my Persian. So now this time I'm gonna end up going into Slowbro. I could have went into Superior and taken an Ice Punch, but I didn't really think the damage on Superior was necessary. So here, I'm just going to tank the Earthquake, and I am going to fire off the Grass Knot this time around, and down goes the Swampert. So his main Water Sweeper is down, and that is a big threat out of the way. However, since Persian is gone, Marowak is pretty free for his team, as he does end up going into Marowak. Here, I decide I'm just going to sack off Slowbro, because nothing on my team actually wants to take a hit from Marowak, as he goes for the Substitute. So it's actually a really good play for me to stay in with the Slowbro and Scald, allowing him not to be able to get a free sub, because any hit Marowak hits on my team is going to hit hard. A Shadow Bone, a Mega Charizard Y, even a Shadow Bone and Tyrantrum is going to do a lot of damage. And again, Serpent, Floor just don't want to take any hits. So here he goes for the Shadow Bone instead of taking the extra substitute damage and knocks out my Slowbro. Here I could send a Tyrantrum, and Tyrantrum hasn't really done much this season, and he's actually going to get a second kill finally. So Tyrantrum putting in some work here with a Devastating Drake on the Marowak. It does give Conkeldurr a free switch in, but it is okay because I can go for the Stealth Rocks here. And these rocks are pretty big because you see Kyurem Black still over there, and Pelipper doesn't like rocks, and even Electros doesn't really want to take rocks damage. So here I'm just going to sack off my Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum putting in actually doing some nice work. Even though it just clicked the Z move and put up rocks, I think it helps me a lot in this battle. I'm going to go on to Charizard now because he doesn't really have a good switch in at this point, as he just goes in the Pelipper. And this was the only good thing for my Charizard not to be Mega Evolved, because if I was Mega Evolved, that Drizzle would have overroded my Drought. But since I'm not, I can Mega Evolve after he comes in, and my Sun is up, and Pelipper goes down. And that's really nice. Pelipper didn't do too much in this battle since Swampert was dead now. But this is a really big turn here. He goes into Kyurem, and I am packing the Dragon Pulse, and I actually knock out the Kyurem. That was 100% a roll, and I think it was actually a roll in his favor to live that hit, so that was really unfortunate for my opponent. If I went for Flamethrower, it did more, and it probably would have knocked it out anyway, so if I would have clicked Flamethrower, it wouldn't have mattered, but I didn't, so I apologize for that. He probably would have clicked Fusion Bolt and just knocked out my Charizard. But here I can switch into Florges on this Electros. I learned that Thunderbolt only does like 24%, so I can protect up on this Electros, Wish, and protect it, and Toxic Stall it out a bit. So basically, he's basically got no outs unless I get super critted with Conkeldurr a few times. But this Electros is basically just kind of dead at this point. I can Wish, Protect, Stall it, and Toxic enough. Toxic will wear it down enough to the point where it doesn't really become a threat. because Electros is a special defensive monster if it's got Assault Vest. I'm not sure if this actually does have Assault Vest though. The way the damage you're gonna see in a few seconds here, as I am gonna go for Moonblast this turn. It actually does knock out Electros, which is really nice. Basically, he's only got the Conkeldurr left, and this is basically a GG. And I'm gonna go for the Moonblast here, as he is at 88%. I am faster because of my little bit of speed investment, but he does actually live the hit, and he actually lives it on 7%. As he goes through the Poison Jab and crits my Florges. It crit doesn't matter, but poor Florges getting crit every week. But, he lives on 1 though, which is good because I can get a kill with my Charizard, because Charizard is climbing those leaderboards. Charizard, I believe, is 3rd in the league with kills with like 15 now. As I am going to go for Flamethrower and overkill this Conkeldurr to death. So that is a GG to Matt. Again, that Kyurem roll was kind of big, but I don't really think it would have mattered too much, because even if I didn't kill the Kyurem, it would have been so low where it couldn't come in on rocks again. And I could just send in a Superior, and Leaf Storm does like 20%, I think, so it wouldn't have mattered too much. But again, GG to Matt. We are officially in the playoffs now, which is awesome. Get hyped for that. So those will come in like 3 weeks. Next week we take on Merv, our division rival. He is the coach of the Drunk Delibirds. He is in a playoff contention for that last wildcard spot, I believe. So he's definitely fighting his way for a playoff spot. But again, GG to Matt. Make sure to go check out the description for any links of his if I end up finding any. If that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you like Draft League content, consider subscribing. More Draft League content is coming your way soon, so stay tuned for that. That's all I got for you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Have a fantastic day, YouTube.